everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with this week's Power Rankings video. And as you can see, the man sitting next to me is not wearing a hat, so that probably gives away a little bit of information already. And if you like the Power Rankings like everybody does, and I know that's why you're here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because then you'll know when the next one comes out, right? So, how you doing today, Kamel?
Doing good, man. And power rankings, they're looking nice this week, I gotta say. So let's get in there.
Yeah, it's the formats were a little different this week because a lot of people were doing KC Cup tournaments, so there's not as many tournaments. So we're just going to say that ahead of time, and we're going to do a video later in the week looking at those tournaments, so we can give you kind of like a rankings for how decks did in that format. Okay, so this is still the tournament formats are still, you know, rounds of Swiss, top 32, earn to a top cut, one deck, side deck, you can side in a skill. All right, so keeping that in mind, the tourneys that met that qualification this week were basically, we did 4 tournaments instead of 6, and then the Duel Links community had their first tournament, so welcome to the community, DLC.
And that's it.
That's so just 5, yep. And then the ranking system, if you're new to the video, the way it works is, if a deck finishes first, it gets 6 points. If it finishes second, it gets 4 points. A top 4 is 2 points, and then a top 8 is a single point. So it's pretty straightforward, easy to try.
Just if you're wondering why certain tournaments aren't there, Meta Weekly, MCS, PCT, they did do that KC Cup format. So
yes,
that's why they're not here.
Yeah, we'll be doing a video later this week highlighting those tournaments. So don't you worry. All right, so here we go. In first place with 13 points. That's not bad for, 5 tournaments. It's going to be Element Sabers. Wah, 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 wah.
And not by much. Look at this. The power rankings, everyone's really close together this week, you know?
Yep.
Probably, yes, because of the lack of sample size. But also, it's pretty spread out this week, right? There's a lot of decks that are near the top that usually aren't there. Trimid's Karakuri. Oh wow, they definitely have enough points to be up there with the greats. So we'll get into those when we come across them.
Just wait for the rogue deck video, because these decks, the rogue decks, were scoring like crazy this week. So
that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, all right. So let's get into it. First place, Element Sabers. There you go, 13 points. They won anti-phase. The Duel Links community, second place in that, and then a top 8 in the BPEU. We're here every week, Kamel. We're here every week. We see this deck every week. What do you say? Yep, there it is. Goes into Purgatrio.
There's Element Sabers doing what Element Sabers do. Nothing much to see here. Honestly, that's it.
I know
what they got to do. They definitely had more representation than anyone this week. Probably more than anyone else.
Right.
And there being such a tight sample size, no surprise that a deck like Element Sabers came out on top.
Yeah, there you go. Overall rep 43, top 32, 11. Pretty good conversion rates because the sample size is so small. So you're going to see Shiranui very excited about their conversion rate this week. Trust me on that one. Because usually these top decks, they have single-digit conversion rates. 7% would almost be on the high end.
Right.
All right, so moving away from Element Sabers, who cares, right? Shiranui, the other deck we don't really care about at this point. But look at this, 5 tops.
Yeah, 5 tops, and that's considerably less representation than Element Sabers at 31. And my gosh, look at that conversion rate. 16%. That's nuts for Shiranui. That's unheard of.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Get all messed up there. Yeah, so that's pretty good. 16%. That's really high. I don't think it's seen those kind of numbers in a long time. Or ever, actually.
Yeah, honestly, across 5 tournaments, definitely if you win one, your conversion is going to be insane.
So this deck right now, we have it's got 12 monsters in it. Okay, it's got Harry Karibo, 2 Samurai Skull, and 2 Spirit Master, and then the level 4 that banishes when it attacks. So this is definitely a spicier deck list than we've seen in the past. It's only running 8 traps.
Yeah, kind of strange, but it did get the job done. Those monsters, I feel like they do put in a lot of work. Just in making sure that it gives you more play options with your
Mhm.
monsters, getting them into the grave faster so you don't have to deal with your opponent's cheese cards on the board. But a couple of those cards, like level 3 tuner, that's pretty spicy. Playing Spirit Master in the deck and Samurai in the deck. That's not everyone really does that.
Yeah, people are probably like, man, what are you doing? This is not how we build the deck around here.
Yeah,
But
you
when
gotta get with the
you
program.
but when you win, you know, he won Battle Phase EU with it, so there you go.
That's true. That's true.
All right, moving on to third place then. Triamids. Hell yeah, everybody's excited because they won Battle Phase Monday.
Uh, this is huge. Trimid's winning battle phase Monday this week. I gotta pull up the list really quick because I did not see that one. But yeah, it's a control deck, and people were asking which is better, Trimids or Aramage.
Yeah, I know. I was like, come
Man,
on,
can you
man, get
believe
out of
that?
here.
Can you believe that? But Trimids, they are what I will call a high skill cap deck. You definitely need to know what you're doing, be
Hmm.
able to work your way around the timer, and it rewards you once you master being able to do that, right? Obviously, the deck is very field spell oriented, so Cosmic Cyclone is your worst enemy. But if you have established monsters, you can even play around Cosmic Cyclone, which is your greatest weakness. And balance is so nice with this deck, always having access to all parts of your strategy that you need, right? You're always going to need a field spell and a monster to get cycling, and you're always going to need some destruction like Trimid Pulse or the Treacherous Trap Hole. Balance just synergizes really well with this deck. Helps you get off those Treacherous early, helps you set up a combo to get with those Trimid Pulse early as well.
Well, if you look
Everything
at
just
this
works
list,
together really nice.
he actually went heavy on the monsters. If you look, he's only got
Yeah.
two King Golem, one Fortress. Sometimes people run closer to 8 or 9 traps rather than what we're seeing here. So he went heavy on the monsters. We had seen maybe just one Dancer in other versions, but he's got two. Then he's got three
Well,
of the
my opinion,
Masters.
right? The more monsters, that's so you are able to play around cards like Cosmic Cyclone because that's what
Hmm.
you need. You know, you only get one Trimid Shuffle per monster per turn. So
Right,
if you really want to be able to dodge Cosmic Cyclone effectively, you're going to activate your Trimid effect, and then your opponent's going to respond with Cosmic Cyclone. So then your second monster will tag
right.
out your field spell. So
Yeah, you definitely need that.
having more monsters, 8 monsters, I definitely think is the play. It gives you an option to open up your boss monster to be special summoned when one of your other Trimons are destroyed as well. I just think the deck synergizes very well. Balance is amazing here.
6 traps though, that's a little scary at times because there's gonna be times where you need to protect your monsters, and I don't know.
That's
Six
true,
just seems
man.
light, but hey, he
Six
won a
traps,
tournament, so
yeah, 6 traps, but your deck is safer overall because you're playing around Cosmic. So that's
right.
how I see it. That's
Yeah.
how I see it.
I mean, hey, he won with it, so you can't really question
Mhm.
it. I mean, all right. So congratulations to Trimids. You're gonna be the cool kid in the Rogue deck class this week. I can tell you that. All right, moving on to the next. Then fourth place, Karakuri. Someone said Karakuri was a flash in the pan, but here we are. What was this? 3 weeks in a row, or two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Karakuri are sticking around this week, one more week. I can't see that deck, so can you tell me what it looks like? The DLC deck.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, and through the magic of the internets, I just sent Kamel the deck list. So what do you think of it, buddy?
Yeah, that deck list is pretty nice. Something to note, something that a card that not many people picked up on in Karakuri's first couple weeks back was the equip spell Karakuri Gamma Oil,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a new card from the box. And this card is busted, man. You pull out any Karakuri from the grave that you want, and you equip it with this card. You may be thinking equip cards in 2020 like Resident Sleeper, but this card is pretty crazy. You can even bring back a Karakuri Synchro monster. If you don't have a Synchro monster in there, you can bring back a material that was interrupted or something. That card is crazy.
I think we saw maybe he wasn't the very first person ever to use it, but we saw Black Jesus using it last week. I believe in
Yeah, Blood Jesus,
anti-face.
who I can think about.
Yeah, he's always pretty spicy with the cards he chooses. So yeah, first place in the DLC tournament. So there you go. When we do the video about KC Cup tournaments, Karakuri doing very well in those, very well.
Playing ties that bind, opting not to play a consistency skill or level augmentation. So I wonder if this is the way to go for skills for
Well,
Karakuri's. Other, yeah,
well,
go
are
ahead.
they running into a point where they're not being able to get over something, so they need to do the tie that binds to get over something, like blue eyes or
That's
something
what
like that?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But even so, they're not getting over Blue Eyes, even with ties that bind.
Okay,
Gray 26 and Burrito. I want to say he's 28, so maybe he's getting over Blue Eyes.
okay,
Let's see. Yeah,
maybe.
Burrito is 2800, so he'll get over Blue Eyes if you have three monsters.
But then you got to crash the cosmic, or what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Cosmo Brain. I was gonna say Cosmic Brain.
That's so great.
Cosmo Brain. Because
Well,
he's
I
at.
guess that's what the Gamma Oil is for, right? The Gamma
Okay.
Oil does the monsters do gain 500 every time a Karakuri switches its battle position,
Oh,
so
there you go. You can boost
they
stuff
can get
over it
pretty
then. Yeah.
high. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Karakuri, I think maybe they're not going to be. I think when a deck comes into the meta, people right away will say it's doo doo, get it out of here. If it's not
Well, I don't
immediately
know,
tier
man.
zero, but it's okay
Karakuri
for a deck to
did.
join in and just join the group. I mean, yeah, they're doing well, but they're not
I mean,
dominant.
look, yeah, Karakuri's did go straight to tier three.
Right.
So I think the community opinion of them is very high at the moment. People are enjoying it. They're enjoying that it's a new viable strategy. And yeah, I hope people play it more and we get to see it really, really optimized. Really get in
Hmm.
there. I want to see the optimal Karakuri list.
I think people just want a deck that just comes in and automatically sets the new tier one and tier zero, and it's like I'm okay with the deck just coming in and doing okay, you know,
Yeah.
just it just joins the bunch, and I like that, and that's what Karakuri did, and that's what the next deck did, and we'll look at that actually after we do conversion rates for Karakuri. There you go, 13% to the top eight, so that's not bad. I mean, that's
Yep,
not bad at
not
all.
bad at all. 13%, especially for a new deck. It's always good to see. So yeah, good job, Karakuri. I hope to see some more next week.
Oh, and we forgot to do conversion rate on the Triamond, so we'll just hit that real quick. Very high conversion rate because it has a very low representation. Only 9 people played it. But look at that conversion rate of
Mhm.
33%. So that's really good on their part. So, all right. So now segueing into the last deck, it is Witchcrafters. It had a decent week, no wins, but a lot of solid finishes in all the tournaments.
Yeah, had a decent represented week as well, clocking in more than Shiranui
Mm-hmm.
this week. But yeah, Witchcrafters still very, very powerful in the meta, right? It's just one of those decks that if you're not getting beat by Invoke Neos, you're getting OTK'd by Blackwings, you're getting like strung out by Witchcrafters. It is rough going up against this deck still. Since the nerf, no power has really been taken away from it. Like you can really just say that the hit was a consistency hit to make sure that they, search other avenues for viable cards. But the strategy of the deck has not changed so much since the last like fully optimized list.
Can you even really
So
say it's a consistency hit? Because I would like to see some real stats, somebody that's got some real time to sit around and say, how many times do they do not go into turn one veer? How many
yeah,
times? How many
it
times?
honestly has not
Yeah.
changed so much because uh, the 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 basic gameplay loop, the consistency didn't get nerfed for that. The consistency got nerfed for like your follow up and what you can do throughout the game, right? But turn one veer, that's gonna happen regardless with Witchcrafters at this point. There's so many ways for it to
Yeah.
happen, and none of those ways got touched. So at the
And,
very least, you're gonna have to deal with that.
and that's their main play. You get veer out, and then you can kind of like take a step back and then figure out how you're going to fight your opponent. Are you going to synchro? Are you just going to hit them with, your Edel, your Shy Meta, or whatever. So just getting that one card out turn one, I mean, that just gives them so much breathing room.
Right.
All right, let's check out the
Yeah.
conversion rate on that one. 15% this week. So everybody's up, everybody's happy until next week when everybody's going to be very sad when we're back to business.
Yeah. While you pull up those specific stats, let's talk about something real quick. I don't know our counterpart. I know we don't talk about it a whole lot, the tier list, but There was some questionable things up there this week, man.
Oh, really? Well,
Valkyries were high potential, man. What the heck?
uh,
Who
it might be
did that?
A KC Cup list. You know what I mean? KC Cup
Oh,
list.
Casey cut my ass. Not a single person has even done a single thing with Valkyries at all, anywhere.
Well,
Not they're not
if
they're
you're
not
a
doing the Casey Cup either.
maybe they're saying if in a best of one situation on the ladder. I mean, they're decent, but yeah, they haven't really
Oh,
shown that they can hang.
decent. Oh, you're being liberal. You're being liberal with the word decent.
We'll see if anybody breaks into the top 100 with them. I'm sure somebody will.
Oh my gosh, you're being so generous. What are you talking about? Top 100. What is this?
All right.
My
Well, Kamel
God.
rants about that. Overall representation this week was won by Invoke Neos, followed by Element Sabers, Witchcrafters, Karakuri, Shiranui. Invoke Neos did come in like sixth place or something like that, so they were just out of the area that we cover.
Yeah,
Um,
and they didn't do a whole lot, and there's not a whole lot to say about Invoke Neos. They're just doing their thing.
well, there you go. Valkyries, 17th place. They were played 5 times, Kamel. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
All right, conversion rates, Valkyrie's not on here, but DDD in first place with 50%. I didn't do the rule where you had to have 20 representations this week because a lot of decks didn't have 20 representations. So everybody's in this week.
Yeah, D- for some reason this last week DDD has been topping consistently. I've always seen it in the reports or the decks posted in the Discord after each tournament.
Yeah.
But wow, I was like, DDD, who the heck? Is it that same guy? I gotta find
I
out.
think it's one guy, yeah. But yeah, there you go. Everybody's in this week, so don't get too used to it. But Triamid's having a good one. Evil Eye having a good one. Shiranui, Witchcrafters, Karakuri, even Stromberg. Look at that. All these people in double digits. Top 8 finishes this week. Shiranui, Witchcrafters, both with 5. Invoke Neos with 4. Element Sabers with 3. And you can see the rest of the list. Black Wings down at the bottom with 1 top 8 finish. Cyber Dragons. So there you go. Well, there you go. DDD's one top 8 finish, so that means they made the top 32 twice and got to the top 8 once. That's why they got the 50%.
And
It's just
they
one
did
guy.
better. They did better than Heroes, Cyber Dragon, Blue Eyes, and Black Wings.
Well, they're all tied.
Combined?
They're all tied at 1. They're all tied. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
god.
And the victories this week, everybody's tied with 1, but it was Shiranui, Trimids, Evil Eye, Element Sabers, and Karakuris. Yeah, Evil Eye won Battle Phase Friday, I believe. I'm
They
not
sure
Evil Eye
did.
did. Yep. So there you go. And that will be it for this week. We're going to get out of here. I got to get ready to cast an 11 rounds of Swiss tournament. What?
Fun with that. I'm sure we'll be covering our own KC Cup tournament, which is taking place right now on twitch.tv/Duelist Entertainment. That is what Circus is talking about.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us on Twitch and Discord because we always hit you up on when we're hosting these tournaments. This one was kind of spontaneous. We got a sponsor. Someone let us know that they wanted us to host a KC Cup tournament. We usually don't do anything during KC Cup weekends, so someone wanted us to do something, so we're doing it. So stay tuned on the channel for the highlights or discussion about the KC Cup tournaments this week.
All right. We're going to get out of here. I got to get set up. So I'm Circus. That's Kamel. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.